Hoi hoi! So there is a lot of new stuff going on today because it is the new heroic race. Yes, we just had HMK Marathon, but now we have the new heroic race here. As you can see, from May 23rd to June 3rd, we have the new birthday celebrations, new collections, new event formats, and to top it all off, a free rainbow habitat if you manage to finish off that collection. So there is a lot of things going on and we will go through each of them. And if you're wondering, the websites don't really have updated information, which I don't mind, to be honest with you. But we do have the wonderful, beautiful Dinodon this time. Oh, I've been waiting for him. Look at this toasty boy. Oh, he's a magical toaster dragon. And so you can get this dragon in the Home No More events. And just to very quickly go through what this event is, you know, we do have Joker Orbs available. We've got Trade Essence available. When you collect these toaster items, we also have perks and then the dragon himself. But this is part of this new, I guess, event format, as they said here. So we've got a new dragon out for grabs every week, starting with the No More Home series of events. You can check it out today. Event islands now have a shorter duration and reward you with existing legendary dragons. Collect special items inside events to progress in the collections, and complete the collection to bring home the brand new Dinodon Toaster Boy, which is this guy right here. So that is just one of the new changes going on at the moment. Of course, we do also have the heroic race, and in this heroic race, it is a regular old heroic race, so it is not a, you know, a heroic marathon or anything, but it does have this absolutely fantabulous looking dragon. I don't know, is this my favorite heroic of all time? This may actually be my favorite heroic of all time. I'm not even joking. But High Mayday here is a hottie. Literally, he looks very, very hot indeed when he does that with his arms. But Time Primary Element is kind of but he's still going to get his uses in some arenas. But it is still a heroic at the end of the day, and we are playing this as a regular heroic race, which means that you need to get at least lap 5 to qualify. But to get the dragon, all that you have to do is get to lap 15. Because if you get to lap 15, you guaranteed get the dragon. And then we also have orbs on lap 16. We also have orbs on lap 18. And you can also get the skin for this dragon. But I actually think the skin makes him look worse. I don't know. Yeah, he looked kind of cool, all golden, but I really love the industrial look. The industrial look we got coming up in the original skin. But if you want any specific guides on heroic races, you know, I can go through some stuff today, but heroic races are all the same. I've uploaded heroic race guides for pretty much every single heroic race that has been released since I started playing. So there are like 30 of them that I've already uploaded. If you want to go and check out any of the previous guides, they will be exactly the same as before. Currently, I'm just doing my battles. I'm sort of saving my gems. I will probably skip the last battle out of this encounter set, but we do have to wait 3 hours for this collecting food section. And the way that you'll know whether you have to wait, how long you'll have to wait, is the same as always. You can actually use the websites for this information. So for instance, if you go to the events and then go to heroic race on ditlep.com, or you can do it on Deatlist, or you can use the official server guides, and then you'll see that we can go to lap 4, we can scroll down, and then you'll see lap 4 node 5, which is where I am currently. We have battle dragons, which we have to wait for. We can see that timer. But collecting food, we can only get 6 items at once, and then we have to wait 3 hours and 2 minutes, because these pools are the important part. So the minimum wait timer is the only thing I really care about. So the amount of the pool, and then the minimum wait timer. And then after we've waited 3 hours, 2 minutes, we come back, collect our food. Then we'll go to lap 5. We'll have to breed 6 dragons. So that is something that you should be able to prepare yourself for. And as always, I would suggest not doing random breeds like this one. If you are going to do breeds and you are going to do hatches, make sure you are doing non-empowered Terra breeds. So it is the exact same as always. We got the Terra dragons. We breed those together and you'll guaranteed get a Terra egg. Do that in all of your breeding dens and then just keep rebreeding. And the same thing would be get a Terra egg from the shop, place it, put it down. That's how you do hatching quest. Food, Same as always, use the shortest food that you can. So if you're going to go for it, use the bluebell bouquets, these blue ones here, and just do that in every single one of your farms. And then gold collecting, if you see the gold symbol, click it. And then the other one is feeding dragons, which is self-explanatory. You feed the dragons. So that is a very quick overview of the heroic race and how you do it. But again, I've gone through it like a bajillion times at this point, so you can check any of the other guides as well. But that is what we are going to be doing. You'll see that I'm slightly behind now. I have been traveling like all day. But getting to lap 18 is very possible, even if you do have quite a busy schedule. Might take some gemming, yes, but it is very, very doable free to play. So lap 18 isn't unheard of, very doable. I'd suggest getting to that lap. And then we've also got things like quests ongoing at the moment, which you will want to take part in if you are doing these events at the moment, and we probably will get one for the May Day race as well. But right now we also have a quest for the ongoing maze event, which we will go through in a second. And then this, you can get a magic toaster on stage 10, you can get maze currency beforehand. We do also have the birthday cake quests, and in these birthday cake quests you can see that you can actually get the birthday cakes for the new birthday celebration event, so up to stage 7, so definitely make sure you're logging in for those. Then we have quests for the actual new birthday dragon. Because if we go to battle, you'll see that we don't have this dragon yet, because in order to unlock him, you're going to need to get the birthday cakes from these stages, get the birthday cakes that you can also get in ads, because there was one of these on ad number 29, I believe, which I've already collected. But the actual collection for the new birthday is this one over here. You'll see birthday collection, and if we click let's go, you'll see that there are all of these birthdays and like birthday cakes, and there are 49 of these available, which means that you can get 49 drops of ×2 mythical jokers or ×2 mythical trade essence, which is pretty good. Then you can get 10 drops of rainbow habitats, which sounds awful, but this is not awful, because we have they have finally re-released the rainbow habitats to people. Oh my days, I have been waiting so long for them to re-release the rainbow habitat. This is probably one of the best parts of this event, I'm not even lying. Probably one of the best parts of this entire 12th birthday celebration event is unironically the rainbow habitat. I have so many rainbow habitat tokens saved. We're going to get some more from this as well. I'm excited for all the extra habitat space, not gonna lie. On top of that, once you get 5 of these, you can also actually unlock the dragon. So birthday dragon is incredibly easy to get. It's just a few quests, a couple of ads, pretty much. You can get him incredibly quickly. And then once you get him, you can start doing his quests. But he's holding his birthday cake slices. He looks very tasty, but of course it's because it's the 12th birthday of Dragon City. And he is a mythical as well, so you get to enjoy yourself with a mythical. And then the final reward that we've got here, which there are 2 of these available. So if you get 100 birthday cake items, for each 50, you can get 120 guaranteed mythical jokers. So they are giving away a lot of mythical jokers at the moment. They are giving away some really nice stuff in this birthday collection. I've seen some people saying, birthday collection mid. I don't actually agree. I actually think that this is a really, really nice additional set of stuff. No gems or anything like that, but I'm a big fan of that. Then, like I said, we've got the Dinodon Home No More collection that's ongoing at the moment. We've got the current Arena Showdown, which is still ongoing. You can see that I've not quite made it to the 45 yet, but we can easily make it. I did get my hands on Jewelum, which I'm happy about. I've got enough orbs to get Winston's, and I've already got High Marauder, or I can get him anyway. So I've got all these dragons. We're just getting duplicate stuff for them at the moment. The other thing that we have here, which has confused me quite a lot, and the thing that I think they've screwed up on quite considerably. So, you know, we've gone through all of the nice chilled stuff, the new collection events. Now let's go through something that I don't really quite understand, because we've got this new leaderboard event here. And so, if you didn't know, we finished off the latest leaderboard event, and that was the one for this dragon here, Leader Bliss. You'll see that I'm actually 5 away, because I didn't have enough time to hard grind that HMK race. I ended up losing out on second by like 2k points, which was a shame. But if I really wanted the skill skin, which I'm not even sure if I do or not, but that would only be 5 of these leaders emblems, right? And they do actually have offers for this, or I should say an offer for this in-game for me, which is 210 gems, but I can only buy 15 of them. And it's like, you can see I'm only 5 away, but they're only offering me 15, and this is especially annoying because if we go into the Discord server in the announcements section, the official server, you can see that they made this post saying, as some of you may have noticed, the current triple offer for Leaders Emblems is missing information. So they released this screenshot in-game at some point, which didn't actually give information on any of these, and it was meant to be times 5, times 10, and times 15, as they said, 5, 15, and 25, I should say. I said that wrong. But that means that the times 5 in theory should be 70 gems. But this offer does not exist for me, even though I'm 5 away. So they are trying to force me to have to spend 210 gems, even though I am literally only 5 leaders emblems away. And to top it all off, I mean, the leaderboard event has finished. So the next leaderboard event that we have right now is the one for the new dragons. So if we go to the rewards section of this leaderboard, you'll see that we can get orbs for Dinodon. Oh, I would love to get 740 orbs of this dragon. We get XL food box for coming first, and you also get 30 rivals emblems, which is the new dragon. So you're not getting emblems of the old dragon anymore. So I'm very much confused as to why we still have 4 days on that collection event. It's gone very wrong, I think, somewhere. But, you know, Dragon City things, we can't get everything right? Or they can't. Anyway, this is the new leaderboard event, so it's going to work the same as before. For anyone that does have the beta, you can get these leaders emblems, or in this case rivals emblems, get enough of them, come first or second consistently in every event, and then you can get your hands on the cursed rival dragon. And if you want to know what skill he has, you can click it, and it's the divine intervention skill, so deals any remaining damage to another opponent, which I think is an interesting one. Obviously they're taking skills from existing dragons and families and putting them on these legendaries or whatever dragons they may be. It could be useful, but I'm not sure. I kind of would just like to have the dragon personally. But that's for getting 25. So getting the dragon itself is really easy. Then you can get orbs of the dragon at 40. You can get more orbs at 60, orbs at 80, orbs at 100, orbs at 125, orbs at 140. And then this dragon does also have a skill skin, and this one changes into a bit more tentacly and a bit more golden. And like it says here, it does boost the damage for the constriction skill and pure attack. His overall damage stat and life points are boosted. But remember that this is probably going to work the same as all existing skins. So if you own the skin, that means your opponents will always appear with the skin. But if you don't own the skin, your opponents will never have the skin. I'm almost certain this still applies to these types of skins, so it's something you should very much consider. Is this a thing or a problem if your opponents end up having this skill skin? Is it worth you having it for your opponents to always have it as well? Choice is up to you. I think he looks quite nice with this skill skin, but you are going to have to come first or second in all of your leaderboard events for like the whole duration of that dragon's event. So do bear that in mind. It's 30 days long. So you'll have to do consistent 30 days of grind if you want to potentially get that skin, but you can get all the orbs for him as well on top of that, which is wonderful. But yeah, the Dinodon collection is definitely my big want, because, you know, we'll need to get 20 of these magic toasters if we want him. We can also just get his orbs from the leaderboard event as well. But the other event I haven't actually spoken about yet is the currently ongoing Maze Island. And so with this Maze Island, this is slightly different to usual. One, because I can't actually give you proper numbers because all of the guides don't seem to be accurate at the moment, the ones that I'd normally pull them from. And secondly, it's because yes, we do have these magic toaster items, and you can see we've got the keys paths as usual. We do have berserker insignias, which we've got this one on the pink path, which is the keys path. We've also got one on the dark brownish path as well, which I believe is this one. So if we follow this one through, you'll see that we've got a berserker insignia there. On this brown path, you'll see that we also have a 12th birthday cake. So there are 12th birthday cakes, there are toaster items, and there are berserker insignias on the keys path. But if I am not mistaken, there is actually also a birthday cake item on a separate path as well. But there is at least that one. But the one that I'm thinking of is this path right here. You see this light yellow path? If I scroll up to this light yellow path, this is actually the path with the lunatic dragon in it, which is going to unlock in 1 day's time. So you'd start on this time limited legendary path, you make your way through, and there is actually a birthday cake here. I'm not sure on what the actual cost of that is, but hopefully it's not going to be that much, because since there is a birthday cake item here, and if you want every single birthday cake possible, you could save up your currency and make sure you definitely get this birthday cake, and then make your progress on the actual keys path, which of course would start on the zombie flame dragon path. You make your way through. Let's at least pick up this first toaster, and then, you know, you'd keep going until you pick up the keys, pick up the berserker insignias, and pick up all the items that you want. So that's probably what I would suggest for you to do. And also, if you get the option of double rewards, watch them. Because who doesn't love free event items? I know I do anyway. And also, I just got reminded, you know, picking up this toaster, that the dragon that I currently have available in this event, I'm never going to forget when someone was like, look, it's Quacks getting suffocated. I can't ever unsee it now. That is literally me. The one getting suffocated, not the one suffocating. Although, I could be on either side of this, not gonna lie. But anyway, that is me getting slightly off topic. Like I said, keys path would still generally be the advice if you want to get the berserker insignias as well, but definitely if you want to pick up that birthday chest, you will want to be going down the legendary path. And you might have a different dragon to me. I've got lunatic, but your legendary that unlocks in 13 hours from now, so after 1 day of the event being out, it may be different to that, so please bear that in mind, and that is the path that you want to get that second birthday cake. So, my advice would be log in for every single reset, of course. Do your quests on top, get all the items that you can, watch all of your ads. We do also have the HMK quests if you're doing those. We've got the Spike quest, we've got the Darman quest for any players that have paid for that. And we do also have the Sharp Poise quests, and Sharp Poise was a dragon that was available in the recent Leaderboard events. So again, you got lots of orbs free for the dragon by playing the Leaderboard event and getting a placement. You get the orbs and then you can use them to empower this dragon. But for the first few stages, you don't even need the dragon. Like, you can just do it like this, get free rank ups on any dragon that you want, like my Fatalis here. But the first few stages are literally free. You can do them whenever the heck you want. But, you know, I will say that with this change to the event formatting, they made it sound like a big major thing. It doesn't sound like a big change, but the difference is that before we had a very set formula. It would always be X event, Y event, Z event. And then as of the marathon, that kind of changed things a little bit this time around. And now, of course, we have all of this happening. But look, next one, now we need Sharp Poise. And we can actually get the dragon if we want to. Where is he? I don't think I have an egg for them. But I should have way more than enough orbs for this dragon here. As you can see, 220 orbs. I didn't get the max rewards this time, like I said. But we can at least get the dragon, get some more of those quests done, and get some free leaderboard points, which is nice. But I will need to get my High Zephyr hatched before then. But since we've got the heroic race ongoing at the moment, please try not to fill up your breeding and hatcheries, like your breeding den and hatcheries, with random crap if you actually want to do well in the event. Of course, you're going to have to manage your breeding dens and hatcheries and your farms quite well during the heroic race. But for now, we can chill doing heroic race. Maze is very chill. Just collect your currency, do your quests, and then spend your currency on whatever the heck you want. We do have the Alliance chest as well, which we are just about to hit level 6 on. So we currently still have the existing event, which you can see I've not been super hard grinding, but we will be able to make it to Masters 3 without too much of a problem. We do have Jeremy, Roxy, and Scaly Boy all together here, but it's the same rewards that we've been having On top of us also being able to get 12th birthday cakes out of the arena. So if you want additional birthday cakes, arena is your friend. So if you are in a situation like me where there is a chest that is going to be available in 4 hours time, I know that we have the arena chest, but in theory what you would do is you would make sure that at least all of your energy, or it will just tick over as the chest becomes available, and then you will do your battles so that you can make sure that you are definitely getting the, you know, the points towards, or the one battle's points towards actually being able to get your birthday cakes and your primal totems. So there is that. And we will also be having Rush tomorrow as well, so there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to get a lot of stuff if you're doing arena on top of everything else. And you'll see that my opponent here is Rampage Berserker, which looks scary, but I assure you that this fight is not scary at all, apart from maybe Avalanche Eternal. Oh my god, actually, 90% damage. Woo-wee! But the other two are not scary to me at all because we have Jeremy. And the Rampage Berserker, even though it shows that he's got a skin on, he won't actually have his skin if we go into this battle. So I'm just going to show this to you. I don't think we will lose this, but I've been wrong before. But, you know, we've got Corrupted Fangs here. So if we just... I'll just show you what it's like having Jeremy here with Corrupted Fangs when you're against a bunch of Primal Dragons. It's like, they'll do that much damage. Corrupted Fangs is going to do 287,000 damage, which means I'm going to be soaking up all of that right back into my health bar. And so this is why Corrupted Legend can be an absolute powerhouse of a dragon. Corrupted Legend is just so very good as an option in certain arenas. Again, the only dragon this time around that might be a bit scary is this one here, the Eternal Dragon, just because, you know, they get to basically finish off our dragons. Like, he didn't finish us off there, but he is super effective against Jeremy. But Jeremy is also going to heal up his entire health bar once we face that next dragon. So as long as we can actually take out this Avalanche Eternal with, well, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I take him out with, because we're going to have to, you know, hit him twice anyway because of all of the silly Phoenix perks that they've got attached to them, which is very stupid. But, you know, some people love to have like 2 billion% Phoenix perks these days. Anyway, he missed that one. He's got the Reaper perk on us. And then we can just Corrupted Fangs. It's absolutely disgusting, is basically what I'm trying to tell you. But this guy, he's not going to have his skin activated anyway, and that's because I don't have the skin on with my dragon regardless. So, very tasty using Corrupted Legend in situations like this. It's just a shame that I can't get any points towards my next chest, but we are still grinding out our arena battles just for our alliance. But I'm probably going to be sleeping soon anyway, so, you know, we'll miss a few hours, but then we can pick up some more birthday cakes there. So that is mostly everything from today. The only other thing that I guess of note is the Wizard's Hollow, which you should be doing your Hollow anyway for your leaderboard points, but it's a very meh Wizard's Hollow this time. But there's our plus 100 points. We've clicked it, we get the bonus points. Now if we lose, who cares? I wouldn't really recommend gemming this one too much because, yeah, getting any of the dragons is quite nice, but I mean, this is Primal Titan, and Primal Titan is not particularly fantastic. I mean, if you could E5 him, he'd definitely still have his uses, right? But, you know, Titans, compared to all of the other available options, have kind of fallen off quite a bit, except for Corrupted Legend and Corrupted Chaos. They are still very good. But, you know, in terms of, you know, potential gemming, I would save my gems personally for, I don't know, Karmas or another type of dragon. Maybe I'll do a 5, you know. I'm always willing to put a 5 into these just to see if we get any spicy drops, see if we get any big gem drops, see if we can get any token drops or anything. But, you know, there's another wizard. No chance in hell am I gonna keep gemming this during a heroic race. No thank you. We are gonna save ourselves for the heroic race gemming that we are definitely going to end up doing. We come back to our battle here, and then we can just do this one, wait until the next timer, and then collect our food in like 2 hours time when it is available to finish, and then we can move on to the next lap. So I did try and use my spin actually on the league battles earlier, purely because if you are at my player level, you'll see that in leagues, I've got 3 energy like everyone else, but since I'm at leagues 400 out of 400, it is endless. It may not seem it, but it is endless, and it is incredibly expensive to gem your battles at this point. It's like 24 gems for me to get 3 energy back, whereas if you're on like league, I don't know, 50 or something, it is actually really, really cheap to gem your combats back. So purely because I'm a cheapskate, rather than saving it for the battles, I was like, you know, screw it, I'm going to try and save some of my gems. I only got a +1 anyway, so it didn't really help me that much, but that is the way of the spinner on the heroic race. But so far, my leaderboard doesn't seem too bad. I've got some guys on lap 5. Lap 5 is very much whatever at this point. You know, you should be, in theory, if you're following this event as usual, you should be on lap 7, in theory, by the end of day 1, if you've been able to log in. And then it's typically like lap 9 to 11 on day 2, and then obviously the laps get harder and harder and harder, so you can use the websites to help you out with those. But for now, I think we will claim our first set of chests from the Home No More collection, and then that will pretty much do me for now. Make sure you are collecting all of your insignias as well from the web store, and just in general picking up your insignias from the passes and things like that. But trust me when I say that even though this collection doesn't look crazy, we've got a lot of collections at the moment. Like, look at this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 collections here with leaderboard event ongoing, and then all of the actual events that are happening at the moment. But Berserker Hunt, we're one of these away from being able to open up this middle chest. I don't have any available to collect from here. Oh, I do. We can open up one of our chests as well. And the thing is, if we end up getting any like habitat token drops, it's not actually that bad if we happen to get the rainbow habitat as well now. So I'm more than happy to get whatever out of this. Okay, it's not ideal. I was expecting that, you know. Out of these chests, genuinely, the drops that I want are the Berserker Dragon drops. Not to do the quest, but just to get the dragons. And I know that I'll be able to trade for these quite easily by the end of the event. But, you know, I like to have an assurance that I can get these dragons as early as possible just to make sure I don't miss them. I don't really care about the quests. I just want the dragons in general for collection purposes. But, you know, so far out of this Berserker Hunt event, I've had probably the worst drops possible, you know, either being gems or just random Joker orbs, and that is pretty much everything I've gotten. I also, out of this chest, got 100 orbs of, believe it or not, high flying, and as you can see by my profile, my high flying is actually already E5, so it could not have been any more useless to me. It's probably the most useless drop out of that big chest, but you win some, you lose some. I've got quite a few heroics that are very close to E5 as well, which we will take to 69. But for now, I'm saving my food for any of the quests that we've got ongoing. So, if there is anything that is confusing to you or anything that, you know, you've forgotten about or you don't know what's going on, you can see most things in the news section in game. It tells you about the birthday events, it tells you about the Home No More events with the dates of these. So we do just have maze and tower. So chilled. I love that. That is what we have instead of having to do runner events rather than having to do puzzle events or anything like that. We just have 2 very chilled events up to the 30th. Isn't that fantastic? Obviously, we've got the heroic race as well, but 2 very chilled events. We've, of course, got the heroic race with that baddie there. Arena's ongoing, tells you to click and claim your insignias, which you should, and then tells you about leaderboard events. So that is most of the stuff for now, but I am quite annoyed at this offer that they are offering to me. It's like, I've only got 5 left and you're only letting me buy 15. Like, some of their offers, depending on whether you're free to play, pay to win, whatever the requirements are very bad. And this is an example of one of those situations. I hope that over the next 4 days they actually offer the others, like they said in their official Discord server is an option for some. If not, I'm definitely not going to consider the skill skin. If they offer it for 70, I might, but I'm still undecided whether I want it. But, you know, we'll see. For now, I am going to wait for my Barry Guard to finish empowering, because that's what I empowered on Empower Happy Hour. I'm going to continue grinding out on the heroic race, and I do hope that you get a lovely, lovely either leaderboard in your heroic race, or you can just get to lap 18 anyway, because who doesn't love lots of free orbs? But for now, I am in love with this new dragon. Not literally, but I do love this new dragon. So I hope going through all of that made sense if you were confused about anything. And again, if you do want heroic race guides specifically that go through everything in depth, watch any of the other like 30 that I've already uploaded. They're exactly the same. But anyway, for now, best of luck and ciao.